Mm-mm-mm. Don't we always change careers and it's never really what we wanted to be? At first, I wanted to be a teacher. My mom was a teacher, and I don't know. I just said, I want to be a teacher. That was so stupid. Listen, seventh grade, I remember the teacher stepped out the classroom, and I wasn't really a bad kid. I was one of those. I'm still kind of the same, and that's why I say people do change, but certain characteristics are there. So, meaning, if you see an evil side of somebody and they turn good, do know they can still go back to that side. But that doesn't mean that they're that person anymore. People do change. I do believe it's just a lot of people this ain't supposed to be in your life, so they're not gonna change. But what the kids did, she would always drink coffee every day. I don't know where she went to go. I think maybe the teacher's lounge, and she would come back to the classroom. And when she came back to the classroom, they had already put markers inside her coffee. They would put a lot of stuff in her coffee, and they would spit in her coffee, like whatever she was drinking. Was she nice to certain people? It was a real, it really doesn't matter. She wasn't that evil. Like seventh grade, that's 13, 14. So after seeing that, I didn't want to be a teacher anymore. I was like, you never know who's gonna do something to you. Like for me, I wasn't a teacher's pet, but I was more on the teachers were gonna most likely like me before, because I really didn't do nothing. I just did my work. Oh, the only thing that I did get in trouble for in school, and that was later in high school, was for laughing. Because I'm one of those people who I laugh so much I don't realize I'm laughing. It's like it's natural for me. So people who don't laugh a lot, they're like, "Why you laughing?" And then I'd be like, "I laughed." Why you not laughing? You mad? You mad because I'm laughing? I really have people like, and people still do that. Like if you don't know me, you'll be like, this girl's always laughing, and I'll be upset. I'll be going through some things, and I still be laughing. But that's just me, you know. I be going through stuff and I laugh. So I think that's why people are confused when I tell people I'm in chronic pain. They be like, "You're lying. You're really not going through pain." And I'm just like, a lot of fingers be wanting to. I be wanting to raise fingers and say a lot of stuff when people be trying me. But I digress. So I wanted to be a teacher. After that, I said no. I need to figure out something else. So I had this doctor that was just so cool, so nice to me. And I was like, what if I become a pediatrician? Okay, so I thought about being a pediatrician. And I'm trying to see how I went out of that. I went to nursing school. No. Yeah. I was going to give you details on high school, but let's just skip over all that. So after graduation, there's a couple schools I wanted to go to. And I'm not even going to name the schools because watch somebody say, I went there. I know you. I had people saying they know me, and I never seen them a day in my life. I think people are having deja vus or something, but I must have a familiar face that people keep saying they know me. They're like, do I know you from somewhere? And I'm just like, why do people? And it's not just men, because at first I thought it was a line, but women be telling me that too. But then again, I am in Georgia, so I hope that wasn't a. Listen, so I got a familiar face, so to say, and I don't know. I don't want to talk about my schools, but I went to a couple of schools. I went to community college. I went to a university, and it just wasn't really working for me. I'm not a good test taker, and they have levels to it. It's not like, okay, you take the class, you pass your class, and then you find those and you graduate. It's clinicals after that, and it's no, it's a state test that costs about $200-300, if that, if it's not more, and in the book costs about the same, and you have to wait to pay. It just was too much for me, and I have never been a good test taker, so I was just like, man. And the kind of household I came from, almost everybody was doctors or got their doctorate. So I'm coming from a mom having a PhD and a so-called father, because he ain't my dad, with an MD. Okay, so almost everybody had a doctor, and it wasn't me trying to copy them. It was literally because I liked the people who were in the profession, and I saw what they were doing, and I was like, all right, I can do that. But 2010 came, and that's when my car wreck happened. And when my car wreck happened, which I'm going to put this on my fibromyalgia series. Right now, this is just me talking about me. A lot of things changed. I said, you know what, God, maybe you don't want me to do this anymore. At that time, I was doing the dual program and I had to do my master's. So I had statistics, I had microbiology, and economics. Yo, I cannot stand economics. I don't even know. I feel like my teacher passed me in high school, but that class, it's like 3 tests. It's only 3 tests. You take 3 tests and that's it. There's no homework assignment, no classroom, classwork, or nothing. That was it. But for me, I could not. Economics. But anyway, things happened in my life. Oh, my skin looked dry right there. Things happened in my life that I had to go ahead and just change that up. I had to change it up. And I'm trying to think how I went about it. I'm trying not to talk about, because I really want all of my information to be all about one thing, but I may end up saying the same thing over and over again though. But I really prayed to God and said, what should I do? What should I do? Because at the end of the day, it's God's will, not my will. Because for a long time I was doing things and not really asking God. I was not asking God at all. I was just doing. I don't think I ever asked God what He wanted me to do. I've had a lot of prophecies over my life that I have seen come to pass, and some things are still about to happen. Even though I ain't gonna talk about it, I'll just wait till it happens. But they'll prophesy some stuff to me, and I just be like, so I kind of already knew I was going to help people. And I think what bothered me about the prophecies was me helping people. The one thing that I can't get people to do for me, that's going to be my gift to the world. And it got me really mad and emotional, Like, are you serious? Why can't I be a regular person and not go through this and not go through that and just... so that kind of bothered me. But I still couldn't figure out what I should do. You know what I'm saying? All right, you're telling me I'm going to become this, I'm going to become that. But what should I do? What can I do? So I said I wanted to work with kids because everything was going to be like working with kids. I did not want to do high school because I saw the things my mom went through teaching high school, and in 7th grade, seeing the things that were happening to teachers during that time. I was like, nah. And so for me, I was like, I'd rather work with little kids. They're more manageable to me to talk to reach out, because by the time they hit a certain age, like I really want to say by at least third grade, 8, 9, 10, around there. I guess closer to middle school, but like really around second grade, kids already kind of mold their brain into who they are. And depending on the things they have seen, that is who they are. And you can't really change nobody. And not saying you want to change nobody, but if they've seen some things and been through some things, it's kind of hard. So I said daycare. So I started working with the little kids. The little kids. All right. So I applied. I was working at a retail store and I applied for it. So I went ahead and applied, and I ended up getting a phone call, I think within a week. And I was like, what? And I got some favor. I wasn't getting paid that much though. It was less than I was at the retail store, but I was getting more hours. So just to go ahead and sum it all up, when you pick something, you need to talk to God and you need to listen to God. And I feel like a lot of things that are going to start happening for me is going to gradually happen, because a lot of the things I know now or can I say happening now, I've been knew it was supposed to happen 10 years ago. And you're not going to get it until God feels you're ready to get it. That's the thing. A lot of people don't understand that part either. Like, they be like, why is things not happening? Oh, listen, I've dated so many different people. Not so many different people, like, you know what I'm saying? But I've dated enough to know that I don't want to date anyone that has kids. And working with kids is cool. During this pandemic, it's been kind of undermining because I haven't been working since March. Like, since everything's been going down. So me being a life coach, me reaching out, helping y'all, that's my job right now. That's how I get paid. That's why I introduce myself. That's why I post videos. That's why I say reach out, get at me. You know, I really can't do nothing for free. Nothing for free. But you have to listen to God. You have to ask God. You have to really just put everything together to give to him, because if you don't give it to him and you don't ask what you want from him, you're going to be mad. You're going to be really, really mad. You don't want to do nothing. Like, for example, if I had really talked to God, I would never have went to nursing school. And looking at what's going on now, so many people are dying. So many people right now are going through stuff because of the pet, you know. I don't really know what words you can't say. But you know, the situation right now in 2020, a lot of doctors are going through it. And just imagine if I did graduate and surpassed everything, which, not saying I can't graduate, but I'm just saying, that could have been me. And I was dealing with kids, and kids get sick easier. Kids be in their noses and they behinds, and it's real nasty. And then you're dealing with the parent. A lot of parents be thinking their kids are angels. They be either they're on their kids as an active parent, or they're not as active with their kids. And let me tell you, even working with kids in the daycare, I've seen a kid start crying out of nowhere, and the mother thought someone did something to the child. And that's why I love classes with cameras in it. And he straight faked it up. So some of these kids are really depending on And I'm just thinking about all the scenarios of how these kids really go. And then some of these kids start crying and acting up because their mom and daddy is not together, or they broke up, or they just coming from their mom and daddy house, or their kids be coming in smelling like whatever the parent was smoking. I done seen it. I seen kids kissing each other, boys kissing boys, girls kissing girls. Uh, it's been a lot of different stuff I've seen in daycares, working in daycare. So as much as I love working for kids, and I know I wouldn't do daycare for too long, you know. So right now I'm in school, and school starts for me on the 24th of August. So I know I may be kind of busy during that time, but I'm still gonna give y'all some videos. I'm going to school right now to be a child psychologist. And I'm still a life coach. So all my information will be in the description. Just to give you like a little briefing of me. I've had a lot of side jobs along the way though, like retail, inventory. I had a lot of inventory, not a lot of inventory, but a lot of retail jobs. So when it comes to customer service, I know all about it. I did a lot of clothing stores. Like clothing stores have always been easier for me to get. I did one grocery store. I did a gas station, and I had to go. One girl, she was training me and she left me. I called the manager and I was like, I can't do this no more. She left me and I end up, I can't. I called one of my homeboys to come because he stayed down the street. So yeah, the gas station though. I wouldn't do that again. I did loss prevention before. I'm trying to think of a lot of jobs I've done. Loss prevention, it was such a biased type of job. Like some of the people that you work with, we trying to do you, and I wasn't down with that. And even in high school, people would call you lame if you not putting out. Now my A's and B's. I played sports, so I did softball, I did cheerleading, I did step, I did dance at church. I did a lot of dancing at church, so I was very athletic. I did track, but not long enough to talk about it. Listen, I didn't eat well enough and drink a lot of water to be doing all that running. So that didn't last too long. But softball, cheerleading, track. What else I did? I did volleyball. I do not like basketball. Now I'm 5'9", but I do not like basketball. So a lot of people didn't understand it. They used to be like, "You should play basketball." I said, "Listen, I can dribble, you know, but shooting, I could never master that skill, and I had to be at a certain angle to do it. And when you're playing ball, you're not guaranteed to be at the angle each time." I said, "You do not want me to be on your team. Because I'm going to tell y'all, don't pass me the ball. I don't care how close you better bypass me." But when it comes to like softball, baseball, kickball, I can do that. That running to bases, I can do that. But I don't know, they just kept thinking because I was tall. I was just like, no, no, I can't. I can't play. I played street ball with people, but that was street. But and then they used to do suicides. I used to watch them when I was a cheerleader do suicides, and I used to be like, "Oh no, oh no, that running is serious, serious." You hear me? So that's just a little bit about me. I'll probably talk about some more stuff later, but hopefully all of y'all are doing well. Just wanna give a little information, a little background on me, and I'll probably talk about my life a little bit more. But yeah, school. I want to graduate this December with my associate. So I have so much of my nursing credits that I did over the years that they are able to go to my psychology. And with all this stuff going on, I'm just like, I'm praying. Y'all pray for me because I'm taking chemistry. And so far, chemistry is the only subject I'm, It's different when you can actually physically see the teacher, talk with the teacher. That's one subject I probably would want to be in class for, but I'm due to what's going on and how everything is going. I'm not even. I'm not at all mad at us going online because I was really fearing it. I was really praying because I was just like, so many things are happening. The outbreak, and I talk about this on my Twitter a lot. I don't get how people are going on trips and doing all these things with all this stuff going on. And this is why I don't go and chill with people, because I don't have OCD, but I may sound like it a little bit because I'm the kind of person that will have Lysol spray, hand sanitizer, soap. I believe in washing and cleansing, but I feel like everyone should be feeling that way. But then not everyone is doing it. So all these people that's going out doing this stuff, I'm just like, you must not care if you die. I have nothing wrong with having fun and doing stuff, but it just made me not want to really hang out with them once all this goes away. Because if you're able to do this knowing people are dying, knowing that you have a chance of catching this, and it's not a necessity to go do it, and you're doing it, I don't want to be around you. That means you may go off the hinges and do something extra crazy. If you're able to do something like that, most likely you would do something else that's really outrageous that I would never do. That's how I feel. Like, that's crazy. But anyway, listen, if you need me, I have all my information that will be in the description. If you do care, thumbs up. Have any comments? Tell me if you're going to school. Let me know if you're going to school. I'll be checking the comments, because if I don't see if you're going to school or not, or finish school, just tell me how your schooling went in some type of form if you're out. Because my reviews, when I check my analytics, I'm like, a lot of people are not watching it all the way. But I can't wait till I get my own audience that love me. But everything is going to take time. I don't want to rush it, because looking at these celebrities, they're going through it. They're going through it. They're going through it. And right now, it's slow. And I have my few that do reach out and let me know what's good. So that's it. Put in the comments. If you didn't go to school, say you didn't go to school. And just let me know what your career is. I'll let you know a little bit about me. Let me know a little about you. And all right, loves, y'all make sure you have a great day. And I will chat with you later. Bye.